All right, I apologize right up front. I'm just getting everything set up here, and I don't know why I can't see any form of chat. So just give me a second. I will be. We'll still give a chance for just any kind of alert to go out anyway. But why am I not seeing my channel? All right, here we go. I believe everything is up now. I apologize. Just making sure that all the sounds and everything sound right as well. Oh no, I'm on a delay. Okay, so I'm just going to give it 1 second. Please forgive the earliness of all this. Hopefully within the first minute, this is all going to be good. Okay. That was fun, having the background music kick in right as the background music goes kicking into the stream. All right, so here we are. We are playing a little bit of Fear No Evil. I missed a couple weeks of streaming. I apologize. I will be back to Magic versus the Next Evolution box eventually. But I don't even know that I'll play all this. I might play. So tonight, what I have prepared is I have Maya, Echo against Bullseye, and I have a Daredevil deck ready to play against Purple Man in one of the scenarios. I don't remember which of the scenarios, but we will get into all that. But yeah, we're just going to do a little bit of the new content today. I am playing Maya with a pool deck, which came from, oh God, who came up with that? Let me look that up real quick. That's important. And deck lists. So okay, so it is a heroic skeleton deck called Ba Wata Ba Da Bomb Da Bomb. Yeah, so it is a pool deck. We will be playing with pool cards, and yeah, just I wanted to get some content out about this. I plan to do a deck tech about this deck at some point in the future. I just honestly do not know with my current schedule when I will be able to sit down and put together even like a 10-minute video about a deck tech. And also this will just be nice because this will then be something I can say, hey, if you want to know more about it, there is a video literally where I did a live stream. And then the other deck I have is a Daredevil deck that is aggression. If we have time to get to it, I assume we will. I usually like to run for about an hour and a half. I assume we'll have time to get to Daredevil up against Purple Man. And that is an aggression deck made by Andy N., King of Rohan. But let's just jump right into it. So we have Bullseye, who he has one scheme, one attack. He has when he enters play, we find the adamantium spine, and then force interrupt when Bullseye activates. Each of his boost cards gains a boost icon. If this activation is attack, it gains range. So he's going to be able to get around retaliate. We have his adamantium laced spine, which is a permanent with the tech ability. Force interrupt when Bullseye would take damage, prevent all but 3 of that damage. Place the prevented damage here. Then if 6 or more damage is here, flip this card. And we'll get into the other side in a little bit. This is all going to be a little bit dicey because we're also playing the Getaway, which has this permanent, which is out front, permanent attached to the villain. If there is no threat on the main scheme, flip this card. We'll get. One thing I will say is that when you flip it over, characters take damage. And then force interrupt when the villain would be dealt any amount of damage, remove threat from the main scheme, ignoring the crisis icon instead. So so not only are we going to be negating damage to get threat off the main scheme, we're also then going to have a cap on how much damage we're going to be able to deal. This is going to be a little more complicated. This is totally a rush deck, but I would like to think that the way that it's set up, we're going to be a little bit inhibited, or it's not going to be as easy. The Getaway, which Oops. Getaway, which is the main scheme. There's only one. Place a speed counter. So we'll place a speed counter here, and then attach out front. And then, in what is maybe one of the cruelest force interrupts, when the round ends, if there is threat here, which is going to be after encounter cards and everything, there should be threat here. We place one speed counter here. If alongside is in play, we flip it over to out front. Alongside is the other side of this, obviously. And if not, then we put an additional speed counter here. Only at 9 per player. Starts with 2. And yeah, so this is a little cruel because, yeah, this is pretty much always going to speed up. And the only way to get around that is probably some form of thwarting in either protection or justice, something that we're not doing. So let's get into it. Let's play to our heart's content, and let's have a good time. Because, like I said, I'm really impressed by this deck. I just think that this will be a fairly good hard counter to what we're doing. All right, we are at full health right now. 6. Okay, so one of the things to keep in mind is I'd like to keep this in American Sign Language. I do think those are both very good. I want to keep this. And then, honestly, this is going a little bit against what Heroic Skeleton would say. From here, what I probably should have done was just keep these 2 resources, ditch American Sign Language, so that we can hard mulligan to try to find Echo's Katana. I'm not going to concern myself with that. That is definitely a thing, and that will definitely make this scenario easier because it'll just be another source of damage. But I have faith that we can still dig, and that's what we're going to do. What I will say is this is a beast in two-headed with Daredevil, in multiplayer with Daredevil. This is such an incredible card. All right, so what we don't have here is we do not have Echo's Katana, and we also do not have Da Bomb, which is the 6-cost pool event that deals 10 damage to the villain. I'm not concerned with that because first we need to deal 2, and then we're going to be capped for a little while. Which I actually don't care about necessarily. If we're just dealing chunks of 3 to Bullseye, I still feel like that's pretty good. But let's figure out how we're going to salvage this hand. So we're going to ditch that, do that. Part of American Sign Language. I don't think my discard pile is going to be that crucial to the experience, so we'll put it out here. And then suppose I could go grab Hit and Run with Study the Tape. The funny part is that the damage happens, then the threat removal happens. So actually, like, that's not going to be advantageous for us. How do we want to? This is from any player's discard pile. I do think that maybe Hit and Run is going to be the thing to do here, though, just to move things forward. And I honestly do not know the legality of that. Like, if I'm using Hit and Run, can I remove the 2? Do the damage? I'm going to go based on the order that it's written on the cards, and so we're not going to get hung up on that. But Study the Tape just is a 0-cost event. As an action, you search any player's discard pile for 1 aspect, basic, or a copy of Photographic Reflexes, which is one of her key events, and add that card to your hand. And I really do feel like that might be the way to go. Okay, actually, no. Oh, okay. What I should do first is I flip over. She has, Maya has the ability, and I don't know how well this is going to work, but that practice makes perfect. When you change to hero form, search your deck for an aspect or basic card and add it to your hand. So we get to basically go and look for whatever event we want that's not, a hero event, which is nice. And I do think that Cut Upper is going to be the one. I don't think I really have any other good options, especially for the situation. Let me just make sure. Yeah, Pool Inspection might have a place at some point. The nice thing is if we're flipping up and down enough, we'll just be grabbing stuff whenever it's most advantageous. Alrighty, so we grabbed Cut Upper, we put it into our hand, and that actually solves the problem I was thinking of, because I was thinking, what are we going to do, especially with self-preservation? So what we're going to do is I don't think we're going to rush it, because I do see value in Cut Upper. Deal 5 damage to an enemy, stun that enemy. But first what I should do, I'm not thinking this through clearly. I should remove the 2. So that clears this. That flips over out front. And then each player takes 1 indirect damage, which does hurt our self-preservation, but we go down to 8. Oh, so I'm sorry. I'm using this. I don't need to use this. Where is my... That's not going to be readily available to everybody just jumping into the stream. That's why I have this. Okay, so I go down to 8, and then the villain takes 2 per player. So we put the villain, and that dex doesn't affect this. They go down to 12. So Bullseye is down to 12. All right, now we can... And we're going to have to use American Sign Language of self-preservation. But then to do Cut Upper, deal 5 damage to an enemy, stun them. So we're going to stun. We'll deal 3, and then 3 damage will go on to... Do I not have? I don't have. Okay, so we put 3 damage there. This gets tucked under, because that's what just Echo does. So he goes down to 10. And then it's ditched, and I don't have an event for 2 to play, so I won't worry about that. I suppose what I could do... Oh, I can't play this because I don't have Daredevil. I'm so used to two-handed solo where I had Daredevil the whole time that I keep thinking about how amazing this card is. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to ditch this because, I mean, I could draw into Daredevil, but that's not really where my priorities lie at this point. And I'm going to carry... I'm just going to actually carry over just photographic reflexes. Yeah. All right, I see a lot of goodness here because I could just straight up mulligan and just look for a different hand. But okay, so this then goes up by 2 of 9. I will say one criticism I do have for the Fear No Evil boxes: every single scenario only has 1 main scheme, and that, I think, when you... Well, no, Kingpin doesn't, but when 5 out of 6 scenarios only have 1 main scheme, it really does make every... for, I guess, not every... Everything only has 1 stage. I'll just say that. And to kind of have that hindrance does make for a bit of like a... Every scenario feels like you just can't let the main scheme ever get out of control. All right, so then the stun falls off. And my counter card is Escort Vehicle, has Guard and Patrol. If the speed is on the main scheme is at least 3, again, okay, so it doesn't have any of that, it just has 5. Then this gets a speed counter. And this flips over. And yeah, we're back to square one. All right, so quick trip through there. I think mulligan might be the thing here. I should have considered this, though. Yeah, we're going to mulligan. I think I'd like to see more. So I'm just going to discard everything, draw 5 cards. Okay, we found the katana, which is important. And perfectly, we do self-control to put out the katana. The katana is, after you play an event, exhaust the katana, deal damage equal to that event's printed cost. This gains piercing. So that is actually going to be really nice. You have guard. So I think the easiest thing to do would be to just do photographic reflexes with American Sign Language and toss this out. Just get rid of escort vehicle. It's a shame we lost the stun, but at the same time, we will make do. Oh, and then I do get to deal 3 damage to Bullseye, which just pulls the thread off of here, flips this back over. And if nothing else, we are making progress. It's slow and steady, but we are making progress. What I have found with other heroes against Bullseye is that sometimes what happens is you just take the first stage out, and you don't actually flip the adamantium spine until the other side, and you just kind of go from there. And really, it's more of how high can you get this up, how quickly. So that flips everything over, and then don't feel like I was missing anything here. Do I care about these two? I don't. I'm at a fairly good point. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get 2 more damage in. Put him down to 6. And then I'm going to go down to Alter Ego just to have a turn without the threat of damage, because I do think that he can just get pretty bad with the extra boost icons. Plus, it gives me another card to see, and I get to just go tutor for something, because I do think, I mean, I'd like to go grab Da Bomb, but I also see how Da Bomb is not going to be the best. Well, actually, no, the bomb would be good, because if this builds up, then we can just wipe it out, and then we can use the katana to deal 6 damage, which will be 4, or it will be 3 damage, and then the other 3, and I'll flip this over. Yeah, that's not the most ideal line of play, but at the same time, I think it does give us answers to the board as it's going. So he's gonna scheme for 1. We know it's automatic 1 at least. Wanted. Okay, so he schemes for 3 because he has the boost ability. So this goes up to 5. And then my encounter card is just, please don't be something that's going to completely undo what I'm trying to do. Unerring Desire. Okay, so when revealed, choose to either give this card to the villain as a face-down boost card or remove a persona support you control from the game. Well, I cannot do that. I have no persona support. So this is going to become a face-down boost card for 3. And overkill. Okay, so that's going to be pretty bad. And then this goes up to 3. This flips back over. And we start our turn. And what would I like to grab? I would like to... Do I care about being at max health? That would turn this on. That would be kind of nice. At the same time, having to be a double resource isn't the worst thing in the world. Okay, so if these were 4 plus 5. I'm going to ditch this to put out Choreography, which I can exhaust this card, shuffle 1 aspect or basic event from your discard pile into your deck. Then if you're an Alter Ego, draw a card. So we will send Cut Upper back into our deck. I think that's going to be a good card to just have access to. Not necessarily what I'm going to be looking to grab right now, because I do think the Da Bomb strategy is going to be the right thing. Do I want to have max health? I want to have max health. So we're going to go back up to 9. I suppose that doesn't matter. That part doesn't matter because this is going to flip back over. But at the same time, I think for our resources on this turn, I do think we do want to flip over. We want to grab Da Bomb. Oh, I need to draw a card off the Choreography. Okay, that's not so bad. Then grab Da Bomb, which is max 1 per deck, cost 6. And hero action, deal 1 damage to the main villain. Deal 1 damage to each enemy and each hero for each of the icons in play, which I don't even think we have any of those in play right now. All right, so then we will we're okay, we're on this side, and 3, 4, 5, 6 for Da Bomb. Da Bomb will go under here. We will wipe this out. I'll flip this over. Deal 1 damage to me. Deal 2 damage to Bullseye. What I need to do is just get like a nice app or something that can put him down to 6. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh no, he was just at 6. I'm sorry. It was down to 2, or it goes down to 4. Hopefully, I have a little bit of a delay. I'm gonna stop doing it on the table because I see that it's just jiggling the camera. All right. Then we have the katana, which will deal 6 damage, 3 of which will hit him. The other 3 will hit this. And at that point, okay, yeah. So this will flip over. When he schemes, we remove 3 damage from here. And then if there's no damage, we flip it back over. So 6 damage off of this, 3 of which goes to the villain. And I do think we want endurance. I think that's going to be smart because we know this is going to be a big attack. All right. And what is going on my phone? All right. Okay. So keep this, and yep, we're so many things to keep track of. I like muscle memory. I have not gotten a huge use out of muscle memory. And I would think in this deck it would be really helpful because it could help me pay for things. All right. So put 2 here. And he goes to attack me. I know this is going to be... There's 3 on there, so it's going to be 4. I'm going to defend just because I don't see me being up as the most important thing, or me being able to attack. So, oh, this gets another boost. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7. Oh my lord. Okay, so I take 5, go down to 6. Yeah, the endurance was a good idea. I think the endurance was a good idea. That would have been a pretty big hit. And it's good to use up my hand. Okay, so then my encounter card is vehicle attached. Okay, so it is a utility van attached to the enemy with the fewest remaining hit points without a vehicle attachment. Force interrupt when attached character would take any amount of damage. Place it here instead. If there are 6 or more damage here, discard this card. So that's a bit of a disadvantage. Yeah, see, this is a weird... I did not foresee this. That this would be a lot of, like, siloing damage in different ways. That sucks. Okay, so... Dogpool's not going to be able to do anything. His attacks gain range, so we don't even get the retaliate off that. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to play Photographic Reflexes to call back Da Bomb. Pain. So that's 2. 3... I suppose it doesn't even matter, really. Yeah, these other 3. 2, 3, yeah, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So we do Da Bomb. Force interrupt. How do I want to do that? That's actually... I didn't even think about that part. We will put them in the most constructive way possible. So 10 damage here to get rid of that. Then my katana goes off. Yep. Katana goes off. takes this out, flips this over. I take a damage. Bullseye goes down to 1. Alright, and since I know I'm going to be going down to Alter Ego, that does not bother me too much. This flips over. Did all that. What I would like is the res, actually. So flip down. Do this. At this point, I think the best thing for me actually is the bomb. Is it the bomb? And we just kind of relive that turn we just had like a couple minutes ago. I think that's going to be it. All right. And because we're an Alter Ego, we draw a card. Cut upper, excellent. And I think I have 6 copies of Photographic Reflexes. Reflexes. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. So we should just... I think we ditch this, keep cut upper, and we just draw 5 new cards. Move 5 threat from the main scheme, ignoring this. Move 1 threat for each. That might not be the worst thing in the world. Alright, so then this goes up to 2. He schemes for 0, just for 2. 1 icon on there, get the extra 1. So actually just puts it up to 4, which makes pool inspection actually worth it. 3 comes off there. My encounter card is... Oh, man. Okay. My obligation. I'm going to address this immediately, but this goes and gets the Kingpin, who he's going to create his own problem because he does not attack Maya Lopez. He just schemes instead. So that means that we need to basically address this, which makes it so we can't deal Kingpin, can't deal damage to Kingpin. Response when you thwart, place that threat here. If there's 4 more, you can remove from the game. So we're going to get rid of this pretty much immediately with pool inspection. The only thing is that we then have to address the Kingpin, which I think is going to be a different thing altogether. Actually, maybe it won't be because we'll just have pool inspection. Yeah, actually. Okay. This actually times out perfectly well. I was thinking this was far worse situation we've gotten ourselves into. I'll put ourselves to 8. Yes, this is I would say this is one of the more head scratchy ones. The one where you're in different stores is, it's not the trickiest. It's just, it melted my brain the first time I tried to do it because I was playing two-handed solo, and keeping track of who could do what after you've played Kang really messes with how you handle different zones. And yeah, no, this isn't bad. The shop, whatever that one's called, isn't bad. This is a little bit tricky. It has a lot of things going on. Although I do like it. I made the mistake of not understanding this at first and was thinking that as long as I took all the threat off, I didn't have to worry about it, and that was wrong. But yes, yeah, this is a fun box, and this is a fun scenario overall. This flips back. Oh no, that's just flip back over, and then so I healed, and then we flip over, and at this point I think we're just kind of grabbing something to be an extra resource. If I even first aid. Okay, so it's just an extra resource at this point. Oh, thank you, Nolan. Thank you. That it's streamer brain. Streamer brain. I will fully admit that. Yep. So none of this is relevant. This is actually not here right now. I've wasted so much of my time. Thank you. And you know what? I think I made that mistake when I first played this scenario. That's my bad. We'll get to that in just a hot second, though. Actually, no. I've probably played the spine wrong more than once because I have a memory of just. Yep, I wanted to play in hard mode. That's just it. Okay, let's see here. So, reframing everything. All right. I even remember talking about that in like the preview articles. Like, oh, I like the fact that they do this thing. Okay, so play pool inspection, which is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So remove 5. It goes here. It gets rid of raised by the kingpin, and it does remove from the game. Okay. Okay. And then the katana at that point after you've played. Okay, yes. The katana takes out kingpin. This flips over. This deals the damage, sends him to the next stage. At which point, then we go get the adamantium spine, which is going to make stage 2 harder. Just fun times. Okay, so I take a damage. I go down to 7, and he goes to 16. Which is now where, in a perfect world, I'd be able to just drop the bomb and this and just take him out, but that's not how this scenario works. I will say I've played other scenarios with this deck, and it doesn't feel fair. It wins the game in like 3 turns, which is just no fun. And then I guess because I just want to have something, I will shuffle something back. What that is, I do not know. Okay, so it has to be basic or something. Actually, I should have just ditched the bomb, I feel like. Well, let's put that back in. I don't care. Don't need to shuffle my discard pile, that's for sure. I don't know why I did that. Okay. Then, as we're sitting here, I don't think there's anything else to do. Yeah, so I did change Alter Ego this turn, so we'll do that. And we'll just draw up to 5. I wish improvisation was better in this deck. It has not proven to be that good because the bomb is not an attack. And yeah. Alright, so then I feel like that might be high. Should have been higher. But if it was higher, then it was at 5. I'm not going to be... Well, yeah, I'll put it... I'm pretty sure it should be at 5. Then do that. Goes to attack me, and... I feel like we're just going to get cut up or so. That was a good call. Okay. So he's taxed for a total of 6. Puts me down to 3. Include a single access. All right, then counter card is Jackknifed Tanker Truck. The villain cannot be dealt damage. Well, of course. Why would he? So I feel like it's going to be pool inspection time at this point, at this rate. This goes up to 6. This flips back over. And I do need to handle this because I can't just not have that doing something. I do think that maybe it is. Oh, but I don't have the ability to do pool. Well, okay, sorry. I can use this to go grab the photographic reflexes. And ironically, I feel like I'm going to be removing the threat from here and taking 1 off of here. Yeah. Start the tape. Go grab photographic reflexes. Then do I want cut upper or do I want the bomb? I feel like I actually might want cut upper because I can just shuffle the bomb back in with this. So that is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pool inspection. Oh, that's only from the main scheme. That is unfortunate. All right, well, this flips over. I take a damage. He doesn't take anything. This goes down to 2. That's rough. And the katana doesn't do anything because I can't deal damage to the villain. That sucks. All right. Well, you know what? If nothing else, I've built a scenario that's not super easy for a deck that I actually have found to be maybe too potent in less tricky situations. But let me see. 15 counter. Yeah, that sounds about right. I've definitely gotten to double digits multiple times, especially on my first playthrough. I was like, how many times do I have to put counters on this stupid main scheme? Shuffle that back in. I don't think that's going to matter because we're just going to shuffle everything back up anyway. Oops. But, yeah. I'm going to flip down because I can't afford to take any more damage. What I really would love to see is the res. Oh, yeah, no. I'm learning my lesson. Bullseye may have been a bad call. Counter card. This is standard. Which raises the question. Have I seen any? Oh, wow. I actually haven't seen that many cards. I'm really hoping that I didn't accidentally, let me just. Oh, no, standard is in there. Yeah, I was going to say, did I put standard in here? Did I shuffle that in? I have done that way too many times where I'm recording content and I'm just like, yeah, muscle memory will help. Where I'm recording content and I realize I didn't put standard in at all. Okay, let's see here. So if you got a 12, so well, I'm definitely not there. Okay, so this is going to be 1. Plus the cardinal draw. Actually, I could do the bomb. I don't know if that's going to be what I want to do, but I could do it. Ready this up. Okay, did that. Flipped this over. Yes. Let's see. Okay, so scheming for 1, 2. Holy Christ. Okay. So 4. Total of 5. Okay. Counter cards are give this to him as a boost card or remove a persona, which I do not have. Luckily, this is not a persona. I would not have chosen to do that anyway because I would have just died. And Okay, so either place threat on the main scheme or spend a resource of any type. That is really disappointing because I had so many plans, but I can't. I actually think I just discard my whole hand. Yeah, I think I just discard my whole hand because I. Even keeping something in my hand isn't going to do me any good. Okay, now wait. So I could technically grab something from here that costs 2. Do I have something that costs 2? That's a question. An event that got out of aspect that costs 2. And other than see no evil, hear no evil. I don't have anything else that costs 2. Okay, so yeah, I should just ditch my whole hand. That's rough, but that's what I got to do. Oops. Closed YouTube on myself. Okay, yeah. So yeah, if I had more health, I would absolutely do that. All right, and this goes up to 7. This flips back over. That never flipped back over. Oh no, wait. I don't know. That flipped over. Whatever. Did I? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm overthinking this. Okay. I have no hand. I will shuffle. I guess the bomb back in. Oh, I didn't consider that if I kept a card in my hand, I could draw a card off of this. I could have technically played like hit and run or something, which would not have been the worst thing in the world. Just get one. Just one. Of all the things, actually, this is the one I probably would have wanted to draw. Go up to 5. I know what that is. Oh man. Okay. Wait. So I can't stay in alter ego because this will just go off. I have to flip over. So I should at least. I'm going to be going up to 7 by the end of the turn. So let's just go up to 7 now. And I think if I had just not tried to play this in hard mode initially, maybe I would have gotten further into this stage and it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. But yeah, flip over, go find. What do I find? No, oh no, that was at 3. Actually, of all things, I think hit and run might be the best thing to grab at this point. This is dire. And then we use this to pay for this to put me to 7. Oh. Should I have tucked other? No, I shouldn't have. I wonder if I should have tucked pool inspection now that I think about it. I think I might have missed that. Okay. Oh, okay, actually. Technically, I could have played this, done this, and because of... I'm going to give myself the out and say that I get to do that. Because this takes damage, when I try to deal damage, it takes it off of here first. I'm gonna make it so that I can actually win the game. All right, I don't immediately lose, and we'll just go with that because this actually just goes up to 8, and we defend, and it is 2, oh, yeah, okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I go down to 2. All right. Counter card is... You know what? Of all things, this is actually... It's not great. It really isn't. But it could have been so much worse. Is there also a side scheme? Yeah. We put in the Dreadful Deed side scheme. So there's that. I get to play against Dreadpool now. And you know what? Now I wish I had pool inspection. That would be really sweet right about now. When revealed, place a threat here for each player who has... Nope, I don't have any purple, or I don't have any pink cards in front of me. All right, so... You have 2. Well, I have to be... I have to do 1, 2, 3 to do hit and run. The nice thing is Katana can just take this. No. Okay, so never mind. The 2 here, which comes over to here, clears that off. Remove 2 more. Brings everything down to 4. I'm going to get rid of this. This seems like the pain in my butt. I should just get rid of that. We've already been through my obligation. My obligation is safely off to the side, and that is nice. But yeah, it could have been worse. Okay, then the 3 damage dealt here. So this was at... Oh, sorry. Then do this, 3 damage. And... I don't love the situation I put myself in. Because this is going to go up to 5. And these guys would just... So yeah, I have to like just take out Dreadpool. Oh, man. And then... Photographic Reflexes... 3 to do hit and run again. 2 damage. And 2 damage. 2 threat. Clear these out. That's just not going to end well for me. Then choreography to shuffle something back. If I can stop his attacks, that would just be great. So if I can stun him to ignore his attacks, I think that's going to be real. That's going to be helpful. And yeah, being an alter ego to draw the card wouldn't have made a difference because I'm not playing anything. But then yeah, we're going down because I'm at 2. And if I get caught off guard, I'm just over. Let's see. Yeah, muscle memory is almost definitely going to get played. I think. Okay, so. Oh. I couldn't have stayed up though. I wasn't going to survive. Yeah, I got fingers crossed here. Because basically I need to get almost nothing. So 1 plus, we know it's going to be at least 2. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 puts me up to 10. All right. Well, we're gonna clean up, and we're gonna play the game correctly because I had this out immediately because I lack media literacy or something. I don't know. Oh, it's rough. Okay. Get the pool cards back out. Get the obligation back in. Get Wilson Fisk out of here. Yeah, you can go back to the... Yeah, and if this doesn't go well, if I fail again, I have a aggression Daredevil deck ready to go up against Purple Man. So we'll swap to that if things fall apart here. All right. Well, we know we're gonna have one of these, and it starts at 2. Okay. Clean all this up. This gets set aside. I know that now. I remember that now. I would imagine this scenario probably would have gone maybe even better if I was in protection, because I do think that taking the archetype from her pre-con deck would have probably been pretty good against this, because I might have just been retaliating every time I defended and not taking any extra damage. Yeah, Claw is a good it's a good comparison for sure. All right, maybe we'll rush it this time because I'm not trying to dance around the adamantium lace skeleton or spine. And new is at 14. All right. And make sure I'm not forgetting anything. So 1 speed counter out front. Put the spine to the side. 2 threat. Oh, flip over to Alter Ego. And okay, so I do like the chance of getting See No Evil, Hear No Evil with this. I also like Healing Factor. I don't know if that would... Well, it might have made a difference. Of this hand... I think I keep Daredevil, and actually I think I might just dig for the katana, I think. The katana does a lot of good. All right, well, if nothing else, we are doing See No Evil, Hear No Evil, and that's a good time. All right, so that, and we might be overpaying for that, but then choreography. Is there anything that I'd want to put back in? I guess pool inspection. I don't know that I'm going to prioritize choreography to draw. Well, I should do that to draw a card though. So I should do that choreography. Put pool inspection back in. Draw a card. Give myself as many cards as possible. Ooh, that's tempting as well. I do know that in this scenario, or in this deck, improvisation is not as good as it could be. Flip over. I think Do I just carry over to bomb? Or do I go more conservative with hit and run? I know I'm going to go a little bit wider this game, so I should just be ready to do hit and run next turn. Alright, so go 3 for Daredevil, which means that we can remove the 2 from here. This will flip over, and the indirect damage will go to Daredevil, preserving my life total. Put 2 damage onto Bullseye. And then overconfidence. To deal 6 damage. Tuck that under here. I didn't accidentally. Okay, that's the one thing. So if I'm not paying attention, I'm just going to accidentally not tuck something under Echo. I'm going to ditch that. Oh, and then I can also just put 2 more damage. So yeah, put Bullseye down to 4. And we end the turn. And we are going to 1. Okay, so we're definitely going to preserve Daredevil so I can do see no evil, hear no evil with photographic reflexes. And then I think we're just going to... Oh, okay, I see. Okay, I can see how the next turn is going to be very effective. Okay, so let's go up to 2. And goes to attack me. I will flip, or I will exhaust. 1, 2, cool. Oh, 3 actually. Put me down to 8. Counter card is Deadly Sigh, attached to Bullseye. Response: after your hero defends against an attack from Bullseye, spend 2 different resources, discard this card. So he just has a big attack for 2. Then this bumps up to 2. This flips back over. And we have our turn. So how did I draw this up in my head? Was this to play that? After your hero defends against an attack. Okay. Then okay, so I think... Oh, yeah, I ran into that last game. Hit and run would deal the 2 damage, remove that. There wouldn't be any more... Okay, so I should do see no evil, hear no evil, because I can just pick the remove 3, then deal 3 damage options. Yeah. Let's do this. Hear no evil, see no evil. Remove this. Flips this over. Damage to me because I want to keep Daredevil alive. Do I though? Do I really care that much about Daredevil? I probably do. Puts him down to 2. Oh, we're gonna send him to the next stage because the other side of see no evil, hear no evil. So he's just gonna pop off. The spine will come in. He goes to 16. And then if I were to use this, this would only cost 2. I would save this. Oh, but then I wouldn't get to like replay it necessarily. Although, do I want to even hit and run? There's nothing. There's no threat to remove. I guess it's just 2 more damage. And something tucked under here for later. Yeah. Hit and run. Put 2 damage onto him. No threat to remove, but that's okay. And then I know I'm going to be flipping down, and I'm split between, do I put See No Evil back in so that I can grab it when I flip back over to Hero Form, or do I put the bomb, which I don't think is going to really do me any good. I mean, it'll clear this out, but without the katana, I'm not going to be able to throw any damage at Bullseye, whereas this would actually get under it and at least deal 3 damage. And I believe also put 3 here. Yeah, I'm going to put this back. In a different scenario, I would be all about just dropping the bomb on Bullseye, but there's too much damage mitigation in this scenario. Oh, I should have drawn a card off choreography anyway, but that doesn't matter. There's nothing I would have been playing. Study the Tape could just go grab me the bomb, and I don't have to learn any life lessons. All right, so he goes to scheme against me for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're gonna be going for the bomb, I think. Counter card is place an enemy with the highest attack without a vehicle on it. When attached, would take any amount of damage. Place 4 over here. Discard this card. This scenario is all about damage mitigation, is what I'm learning. Okay, so and then this goes up to 3. This flips back over. If nothing else, we can reliably get that off, and I think that's just wholesome. All right, so do I have something else? I mean, I could just go for the bomb. Yeah, we're just gonna put the bomb back in, because if I don't draw it, then I'll just tutor it out. Oh, that is something that I definitely wanted a long time ago. I wanted that last scenario. So we're going to pay with Mulligan to get the res out. And then this is going to do me the great job of just putting me up to full without needing to exhaust, which is nice. Yeah, having the bomb under Maya and then just recovering for, or healing for 6 is just real fun. All right, over, go get the bomb. Yeah, because actually the bomb is going to do us more good than pool inspection would in this situation. All right, so and so 3, 4, 5, 6 for the bomb. It'll clear this out. It'll go under here to be used another day. This will flip over. Take any amount of damage. Okay, so the 2 damage goes to here. And the 1 damage goes to Echo. And at this point, I think I want to use Daredevil. Oh, this is easy. Okay. So, photographic memory, back the hit and run to get rid of the sports car, removing whatever threat. And then, do I want to save Daredevil just because then I can remove the 2 threat from here, and when I drop the bomb next turn? Yeah, I'm going to get greedy. That's what we're going to do. Oh, I could have done something with Echo, though, right? Yeah. Bring him down to 12. Got get my damage in where I can. All right, then ready back up. Where's this? I mean, maybe playing Kid Pool just to have a blocker. Or American Sign Language. Okay. So this goes up to 2. He's going to attack me, and after you're here, defend against an attack from Bullseye. So yes, I will defend. It's attacking for a base of 4, 5, 6. So I go down to 4. And I think I will get rid of the Deadly Sigh. Oh, and none of these are events. I think I'm past the point of trying to do player side schemes. Oh, yeah, okay. It was 2 different resources. Okay, yeah, so discard this. Counter card. Oh, I need to go down to 4. Just a second. At this point, it has gotten dark enough outside that I don't want people just like... I don't want to turn and see someone just standing in the window next to me. That would be really weird. At least it'd be on stream to describe the person standing in the window, but I just don't even want to think about it. That just sounds bad. All right. All right, well, we were having a great time, and then the Kingpin showed up. Okay. Okay, so this has 2 on it. Kingpin cannot take damage. When revealed, find the Kingpin, have him engage you. This goes up to 4. This flips over. All right, so what does this turn look like? It's definitely not playing to bomb, that's for sure. All right, so we're going to play out American Sign Language. We are going to take this out, flip this over, put 2 damage onto the villain. Yep, put 2 damage onto the villain. Daredevil will go away. I will flip down. That was already exhausted. Use the res to put me up to 9. All right, and then shuffle back in something. Wow, I might actually not have anything. I guess hit and run. Because mulligan's not... I don't want mulligan that badly. Get mulligan anyway. Okay. Then that's our turn. Two, three, four, five. This I could lose again right here. Which is the whole there's only one main scheme that really kind of gets me about the box. Is I feel like none of the scenarios give you much breathing room for anything. All right, so like I said, this goes up to 2. And this will kind of be the decider. He's scheming for 1. I got off lucky. So 1, 2, and an extra. So 3 goes up to 5. The kingpin schemes goes up to 8. That's that's uncomfortable. And I'm not forgetting nope, I don't have any icons anywhere. Counter card is Crooked Cop. I'm in Alter Ego, so that's fine. And this goes up to 5. This flips over. And luckily we have to bomb to clear out the main scheme. So we're already at full health. I will shuffle something back in and draw a card. First aid. Draw a card. Hit and run, don't hate it. And then when I flip over, I go and grab another thing. Not pool inspection. Not see no evil. Yeah, let's just grab first aid. I'm trying to see if I have like the win just like on the table. I feel like it's really convoluted at this point though. All right, so photographic memory. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't see 10 damage coming out of this scenario, but let's do that. So photographic memory. This counts for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. The bomb drops. Clears this. Flips this over. Gets me to 8. Puts the villain to 8. Definitely learning what kind of combinations of things this box has that you don't necessarily want to do. All right, then it's pretty simple. I'm going to keep muscle memory just in case because I agree that is a very good card. And we might want hit and run back. Yeah, this is a scenario where improvisation would have done me a lot of good, I think. So 2 damage onto Bullseye, put him to 6. Put him to 4. My bad. A mulligan to force a shuffle to draw additional cards might be the thing. I do like muscle memory, though. Muscle memory might be... Oh, but I'm not going to be able to play muscle memory and play that. I might need to force a mulligan just to find a photographic reflexes to be able to play that from under. Yeah. The spine might not even come into play for all this now that I look at it. Alright, so he goes to attack me, and I will defend. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 3. Counter card is... I don't like my chances. Okay, let me just think this through. So I can't play pool inspection because I've got 4, 5. If I force the mulligan, I can ensure that I draw in. I can basically pick a thing out of my pile to draw. Which could be, no, it can't be photographic reflexes. Yeah, it can't be. It has to be a, I mean, I can ensure that it's to bomb, but like I have no way of actually playing it. I think I just have to go off of what's ever actually in my deck. Off of mulligan. So I'm basically saying that nothing else in my hand is going to be able to help me with this. Which, because of the escort vehicle, I feel like is a very true statement. If I had muscle memory out, then I could just have put this back in. Oh, that wouldn't help me, though, because I would... No, that would help me, because I have American Sign Language. So, pool inspection would at least clear that out. What I basically need to do is clear this out, get the damage through, survive, clear this out, get the damage out. Do I see that? How many? Okay, so I only have one hit and run in the deck. Is that in this discard pile? Oh, hit and run's under me. Oh, I'm so dumb. Okay. And I need to go down to Alter Ego. Like, I can't not do that. But the question is then 1, so 2, 4, 5. Yeah, I also can't survive scheming with the allies that are in play. I think I just had to play it out, honestly. Yep, mulligan. Boy, I wish I had piercing right about now. Okay. Because cut upper would be real nice in a world where I can take out the escort vehicle. So photographic reflexes plus sign language, hit and run to break the tough, but I can't. Oh, I can hit this though. Then cut upper. And that brings me to, oh, but I haven't touched this yet. So, oh, and I will lose if I don't move that down at all. Or defeat the Kingpin, which I don't see a way for me to do that. Yeah, I might be, the Kingpin might have just done me in here. Oh, because I needed to defend. Yeah, muscle memory would have done me a lot of good in this particular scenario. I think I had to call it because I have no way of lowering the threat on here during the villain phase. 2, I mean, that's going to be up to 7. Yeah, there's no way I'm surviving this. And I can't stay up. Because even if I did, he's just going to scheme and put it to 10 anyway. Yeah, I'm just going to call it. Well, so we will just take a brief cleanup to get Purple Man and Daredevil ready to go. This deck like just annihilated like the Sentinels or whatever it was I was practicing up against the other day. Put that there. We'll organize this when I am not in the middle of a stream. Alright. And where did I put all that stuff? Do need to find standard. Let's find standard real quick. Kind of excited for Kingpin because he just doesn't even have standard. That was so weird to set up when I didn't need to do standard at all for Kingpin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So we've got Purple Man doing the raft breakout. Attach the master key to the villain. Each player discards from the encounter deck until they hit a prisoner minion and reveal that minion. Master key is after the villain schemes against you, deal each of the activated boost cards that is a minion to yourself as a face down encounter card. Okay. And this deck is going to be my first time playing this Daredevil deck. I didn't even test it out, but it's made by Andy N, who made Mr. Negative, King of Rohan on MCDC. So, or not MCDC, whatever it's called, the deck database, MCDB. All right, we got Daredevil. We got his sense deck. We got his obligation. We will not see his nemesis. I hope I will not see his nemesis. We'll put it over there so I don't confuse it with the encounter deck. All right. Actually, let me, just because I'm on a stream, let me just look up the rules for the Sense deck. I'm pretty sure. Sense deck, create a Sense deck, shuffle all 5 cards together, place them face up. Okay, yeah, so you just play with them face up. That's how I've been playing with it. I've just been playing with it face up because it's like I just want to see the next card. We'll shuffle it up real quick. Heightened hearing regardless. All right. All right, so side, we will get a prisoner minion. Prisoner minion, okay. I will say the Skater Punk is maybe my favorite minion of all time. It's got Allie Presswick art, and it's a Skater Punk. What more can you ask? All right, and then we have the Absorbing Man, who is a 1 scheme, 1 attack, 6 health minion, brute elite prisoner. He is villainous and forced interrupt when Absorbing Man attacks. Tuck at the top card of your deck under him. Absorbing Man gets +1 attack for this attack for each different resource type tucked under him, on cards tucked under him. Now we got to put my obligation in. All righty. We are playing. I should let Andy know that I'm playing his deck on stream, but we'll get there. Okay, and he starts at 10. And here we go. All right, and all right, so definitely think I'm doing that, because why wouldn't you do Hone Technique in any situation? Oh. Honestly, beyond that, we have many copies of Surprise Attack and many copies of You'll Pay for That. So I don't know that those are the most important thing. What I want to see is my support that boosts up my recovery, and I want to see break time, or downtime, because I know I'm going to be taking a lot of damage, because I want to take a lot of damage for You'll Pay for That. Do I think that that's only influenced. Okay, so only influenced minions gain guard. So I don't have to take out Absorbing Man immediately. So, but it wouldn't be too bad to surprise attack into my basic attack. So I think I'm going to do that. Yeah. Honestly, this feels pretty good. This is a little difficult. Okay, so we're going to get down Hone Technique, Pain with, I suppose it doesn't really matter. And then flip over. I don't have any way to do Hone Technique anyway, but I have the right resources to do Surprise Attack, put 4 damage onto Absorbing Man, and then I feel like it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to do my top card, put it on Absorbing Man. Oh no, I don't want to do that. I want to put it onto Purple Man, because I'm just going to use my basic attack to take out the Absorbing Man. Each minion gains, when defeated, remove 1 threat from the main scheme, 2 instead if you're an expert. Okay, yeah, so this will go down to 1. And I think we're good. I'm going to put this down here because I don't want to take up that much real estate. All right, and then we'll go boom. All right. All right, yeah. So this goes up to 3. And am I really worried about his attack at this point? I am not. I don't have you'll pay for that, so I'll minimize the amount of damage I take and just give him -3 attack. Which was a good call. All right, and each boost card gains, after this activation, deal this card to yourself as a face-down encounter card. And I feel like I was missing something here. Okay. I feel like I'm obviously misremembering. There must be a different scenario I'm thinking of, because I'm like, I should have some way to like pull minions out of the deck. And that's a different scenario that I'm just not, I'm confusing it with. All right, my encounter cards. Well, I know one of my encounter cards is. It's going to be Proxima Midnight. 7 hit point villainous minion with Force Interrupt. When a Proxima Midnight attacks you, choose to either place 1 threat on the main scheme, or she gets +2 attack for this attack. And advance. So 1, just 1. And when he schemes, you deal the... if that is a minion. Okay, so we're good there. Alright, so my turn. I'd really like to keep... I'd like to get rid of Proxima Midnight. I don't know that that's going to necessarily happen. Especially because I don't have the mental resource to make melee into a really fun attack. But I think melee is what I'm going to want to do. Oh, okay. So we will put Radar Sense onto Proxima Midnight. Then we will melee, doing 3 and 3. And after you attack, so put a total of 6 damage onto Proxima Midnight. 3 damage onto the purple man. Put him down to 10. And then basic attack to take out Proxima Midnight. Put this down to 3. And this is just going to be our life for a little while here. Ooh, Electra. Okay, I like Electra. I don't think I have the team of event in here, though. If you paid for the... okay, yep, okay. So we're going to be good. We'll be able to just pay with this. And make no quarter into something really nice. Okay. It's up to 5. He will attack me. Each boost card is... oh, in the Purple Man encounter. Oh, I wasn't supposed to give Proxima Midnight to myself, because this is only in the Purple Man encounter set. So 7 additional damage to Purple Man, and he dealt no damage to me. My bad, my bad. I got my wires crossed there, so he's actually at 3. He had a very good turn. Is he actually at 3? Because we would have dealt melee, which I think can only hit 1. So actually he is at 7. Oh, actually I got that right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I think melee is deal 3 damage to an enemy, deal 3 damage to another enemy. I don't think that can deal 6 to a person. I will look that up just to make sure that it hasn't had a rules on it or something that I'm forgetting about. Okay, so yeah, the FAQ say cannot deal damage to the same enemy twice. I didn't think so. All right. So that would mean, yeah, we did put the thing on there. Yeah, okay. So encounter card is gang up. He attacks me again. I just don't care. Okay, so 0, 2. Okay, so I got on to 8. That's fine. Yeah, we had a run with Echo against Bullseye twice, and it just didn't go very well. So I figured I would, instead of being really, what's the word, stubborn, I would just switch over to Daredevil versus Purple Man. But thank you for showing up regardless. I've had actually had a pretty record high number of people overall in the stream, and that is great because I don't expect any more than maybe 2 or 3 people, and I got right now it looks like I have 8 or 9. That's pretty amazing. Okay, but no matter where you stepped in, thank you so much for showing up, everybody who shows up. All right, so then we're gonna do no quarter. Those 2. So I hit both of these to deal 6 to the Purple Man, and then. Ooh. Do I get tricky? I think I do. Put this on him. So he was at, so I dealt 6. So yeah, I take him out. Oh, does that not count? You defeat the attached enemy. Okay, so yeah, we're going to back that up. Because we can just use this to remove some threat anyway. Take him out. We're going to send him to the next stage. 15. Then, do I like Electra more, or would I rather just do Living Lie Detector? And I think I'd rather do Living Lie Detector. I don't need to be an Ultra Ego for that. That's fine. I think I want to be down anyway. Oh, I can't do both. I can't put this onto here. I think it would still be wise to bump this down to 3. All right, so this goes up to 5. Okay, I think we might have something going next turn. All right, so that goes up to 5. Then he schemes for 2. Reveal this card. Okay, so he schemes for 2. Puts it up to 7 of 11. And then we get Imprisoned, which is you cannot thwart, attack, or change alter ego form. Hero action, spend 3 resources of any type, or exhaust characters you control with a total thwart of 3 or more. Discard this card. Okay. Well, that's just rude. I'm fine on hit points. I was really just trying to like get more cards. So okay, let me think this through, because I could play this out and then play with 3 of these. Yeah, I want to do that. Martial prowess. And then I like no quarter, so we'll just pay these 3 to get rid of Imprisoned. something I definitely played wrong before. When I was playing this my first time through, I just thought I needed a character with 3 thwart, and I was like, I can't do that. Okay. Oh, thank you. I try to keep as much detail as possible. There really isn't a return on investment. I got to be honest. Although 1 or 2 of the videos that I have done recently did well enough that I think it has got me back like $24. And if nothing else, I think the return on investment is going to be in the future when I actually can like possibly find a job. That's currently where I'm at right now, is in the process of trying to find a job. I have a feeling that it's ending up probably going to have to be freelance, and I will just be making videos and stuff on the side. I don't know. But kind of knew that, like, I went from being a stay-at-home dad for 2 years to I need to find a job now. And I'm not going back to the banking world. I was in the banking world for a while. Oh my gosh, I'm really gonna do this. I can't do that. Okay, so we're just gonna run around in circles for a little bit here. I think the other thing is that I put a lot of effort into my videos because I just want to hold myself to a high standard. Even doing streams like this, like I couldn't help but do some little extra stuff because like I was like, I don't want to just aim a camera at a table for 45 minutes and just call it good. Which is why some of my streams have been a disaster as I try to figure out what to do. All right. Boy, now I wish I was going to alter ego. Okay, so let's see how this goes. 2, and he goes to attack me for 1. Oh, okay. So I'm going to get this at some point. Okay, I'm going to get this soon. Okay, so I take 2, go down to 6. My counter cards are... All right. All right, fight, which is an obligation. 3 uses counters. And it is exhaust. Force action of exhaust this card and remove 1 command counter. Deal 2 damage to a hero or ally. That's going to be no good. And then my other one is Flight Serum. Attached to a non-aerial enemy. Otherwise, this gains surge. The enemy gains aerial. Hero action. Discard a attack event from your hand. Discard this card. Oh boy. Plus, then he gets boost on both his things, which I like the least. All right, so surprise attack is not going to do us any good, so let's just get rid of the serum right away. And then from there, I think deft focus. Downtime is very appealing, though. And then... at least we're going to deal 6 with no quarter. But long game. Test your enemy. Okay, so we're not... I want to get through this, but I don't think that's going to be what I'm going to do immediately. Because we're going to go this for the requirement, this for the mental resource. To hit him for 6, put him down to 9. That is possibly the kind of freelance that I could be talking about. I know full well that there's not a lot of money in this particular hobby, so I understand that like channels might not have the money to be like, yeah, I can give you X amount of money to do an edit. But yeah, I absolutely would. I'm open to doing that. I'm absolutely open to like doing stuff on the side, because I think anything is gonna make just one. It's gonna be more proof for any future employer of what I want to do, and I don't have anything in the works at the moment, but I've definitely done a couple videos for other channels that will be coming out in August, which is coming very quickly. All right, and then I gotta unfortunately deal 2 damage to myself. And yeah, probably the easiest place to get a hold of me is probably through the Boom Guy Discord, or just Discord in general, where I am the masked hero. But and then I guess I get to do. I'm gonna keep playing this game. I don't want to let this get out of control. And I can't go down to Alter Ego at this point. I think it would just be too costly. See, this is what I needed. I needed like an ally. 2 damage to enemy for each upgrade attached to them. 3 instead. All right. Okay. Well, we'll see if we survive this. Minions gain Guarded Villainous. So this guy, I could be in trouble here pretty quick here. Okay, so 7 of 11, and he's gonna attack me. I don't know that my basic attack is gonna be the most important thing here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I take 2, go down to 2. Go down to 2. What's my encounter card? My encounter card is a security guard. Patrol vulnerable. When defeated, discard the ally with the highest attack. All right. Deal 2 damage to an enemy for each upgrade attached to that enemy. Only goes on a scheme. I'm running out of options here. Okay. Put this on. Well, frankly, I need to hit that at some point. Yep. Put as many as we can onto him, and then we will pay 1, 2. Has a mental resource on it. Oh, no, but that's only for aggression attacks. Okay, so we deal 4 damage to the security guard, because it's 2 damage to each enemy for each upgrade attached to that enemy. Okay, yep. So 4. Reduce the cost of the next thing we play by 2, which we will play out Spider Girl. But I think that's going to be after everything else. So yeah, these all go to the bottom. When you play from your hand, stun and confuse a minion. That doesn't matter. Okay, so oh my gosh, I just want to deal damage to him, but I feel like I should be keeping this in control. And then I'm going to need to exhaust and just take out Spider Girl. Alright, so now if I were to go down, so you go up to 7, 8, 9, yeah, I'm dead if the next thing that he has is 2. Oh, actually no, I wouldn't necessarily die here. It'll be 3. So I'm actually better off staying up. That's rough. That is so rough. Okay. All right, so this goes up to 7. And I go to defend. He's attacking for 1. Oh. Oh, Lord. Okay. So this activation, he gets a tough status. Not that's going to matter because he's attacking me for 4. I defend for 2. I take 2. I'm gone. All right. Wow. Okay. So I think at this point I have gone as long as I was planning on going. I'm getting up to close. I might actually have hit the 2-hour mark. Either way, I appreciate everybody's time. This is a fun box. I have definitely hit a point where this is. I hit some rough scenarios here, but I'd rather actually have scenarios that are tough than to just breeze through them. So overall, thank you everybody for your time. And I will see you next week when I imagine I'll probably be playing these 2 heroes against this box in some form. But until next time, thank you so much for your time, and you're doing great.